Hi friends, you're watching movie reviews with Raghuram. I watched DASARA, the Telugu movie on Netflix. How the movie is, I'm going to review in this video. Kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel if you've not done that, and hit on the bell icon so that you keep getting the notifications as and when I publish a new video. The story of DASARA is set in a remote village, whether it is inhabited by only a few people. Around that particular village, there are coal mines, and the central point of the movie, from where the story starts and also ends, is the Silk Bar, an alcoholic bar in the village. So most of the people of this village don't have any work to do. They have only three works. Morning, they take alcohol. Afternoon, they drink alcohol. Night, also they consume alcohol. And many of them are scattered in and around that bar, sleeping there itself. Their wives and families are totally worried about these people not doing anything and just boozing on alcohol all through the day, all through the year. So this is one thread. There is another thread. So there are two brothers, step brothers. So here they are politically also tipped against each other. There is conflict between those two brothers. So they believe whoever has the control over the silk bar controls the village, controls the votes to become the sarpanch of that particular place. So the third thread of the story is the story of three friends. Dharani, played by natural star Nani, Vanilla, played by Keerthy Suresh, and Suryam, played by Dheekshith Shetty. The story revolves, friends, around these three close-knit friends right from the childhood. And there is also a love triangle going on in between them, but there is also a sacrifice point there. Right in the childhood, it is Nani first who loves Keerthy Suresh's character, a little girl, when they are kids. And when he realizes that there is some chemistry between his friend Suryam and Vanilla, our little Nani sacrifices his love. And he remains as a close friend to both those characters. But he is essentially there everywhere in their love story, protecting them, guarding them, and giving them vibes of good friendship. So he never reveals to his friend, that is Dheekshith Shetty or Keerthy Suresh, that he was in love with her at any point of time. Thread number 4, a bitter event which happens suddenly, all of a sudden, somewhere in the mid part of the movie, in the halfway of the movie. This bitter event totally breaks the chain between these three friends. It not only disturbs these three friends, but it also disturbs the entire village. The chemistry in the politics in the village. Thread number 5, whenever Nani takes two decisions. One decision I'm not going to tell, it will be a spoiler. The another decision is investigation into that particular bitter event, what had happened, why it disturbed their lives, who is the person behind all this. He wants to find out that investigation part. And thread number 6, the big reveal, so as to who was the person behind all these events happening in their lives. You would definitely make a guesswork so as to who has done all those things, but the reason you might not able to plug in, and that reason is a big reveal. And thread number 7, what happens after that reveal, how Nani handles those situations, where does the story take us, what happens at the end of the movie. So as I said, this is a simple story. It goes in a linear way, but a couple of reveals and couple of small twists here and there makes the movie interesting. That particular event, bitter event, what I mentioned, and the reveals, couple of reveals which come in the later part of the movie. Much of them happen in the second half. The first half is a slow burner. It explores friendship angle. It explores the love angles between the prime characters, and also it explores the regional politics which is taking place, and the story around the silk bar and the coal theft, and a lot more things happen. A cricket match happens, and there are a couple of action sequences. One action sequence comes right at the beginning of the movie, a train sequence. That is good to give a grand entry to our natural star Nani, but the VFX was a little average. I thought it should have been worked out because it was one of the key frames in which it introduced two of our characters in the movie. What I loved in the movie is performances, friends. The top-notch performances by the three leading characters around whom the story is revolving. Number 1, Nani, natural star Nani. He has shown why he is natural star Nani. All these actors and also the co-stars have been presented in a raw, rustic way with a native touch, including their costumes and the native language what they speak, the local dialect, the way they live, the culture in and around that particular village, the alcoholic bar, and everything. The atmosphere is moreover dark. It is almost a dark environment. Less colors are used. The black and white toning, the gray toning, and the color toning is simply awesome, and the cinematography is of top notch. I'll come back to the performances. I need to mention these special credits in which the story develops, which gives the beauty of the narration, which gives a visual treat to us. Cinematography is simply top notch. It cleanly covers the native aura, so it absorbs you into the nativity of the story, and you feel connected to the story and also the characters. Satyan Suryan should be appreciated for his cinematography is simply awesome and one of the highlights of the movie. The second highlight of the movie is the background score and the music by Santosh Narayanan, lifting each and every frame in the movie. Background score and cinematography are the top props of the movie, which absorbs you into the story narration and makes the movie engaging. Apart from the top performances, which is numero the biggest plus of this particular movie, and director Srikanth Odela's direction has extracted the best essence of these three wonderful actors in this particular movie. The supporting cast ensemble is also good. Coming back to cast ensemble, Nani is superb. He dominates in the second half, though his role has been kept under the wrap, under the blanket in the first half, where he's an alcoholic. He's carrying small alcohol bottles tied around his waist. Why you would learn that from the movie, his round, rustic look with that beard, and also the costumes worn by not only him but almost everybody. The simple dress, the dhotis and the banyans, and also the dusty dress material. Other than the rich class of the movie, is simply fabulous. The costume designing and the dusky environment which has been created in the movie, that was quite natural. And Nani gives top performances, brilliant expressions, emotions, and when he opens up in some emotional sequences in the second half, it is worth watching him as always. Dheekshith is the pick of the movie. First half, it totally dominates, and in the second half, as I said, Nani dominates in the second half. And Keerthy Suresh, what to tell about her? Beautiful actress, what expressions, emotions, timing of those emotions, nothing to tell about her. So her role has been balanced in the first half and second half. Watch out for her breakout scenes and also the romance scenes, the way she commands in certain situations. So exemplary actor she is. So the story, since it revolves around these three characters, they have given exemplary performance. Watch this movie for these performances also, other than the story narration. Friends, coming to the screenplay and story, there is nothing new in the story. It is a linear plot, as I said, with a couple of twists and turns. The climax is simply fabulous, boss. A big action sequence. A disclaimer here: a lot of bloodshed, beheading is done, and a lot more things are there. The crime is taking place, but we can name it as an action sequence because it is a big extended action sequence running through the Dasara, which ends in a climax, in a feel-good climax. Then there is also post-climax scenes, so which is also wonderful, where there is a take-home message about the alcohol addiction and how it destroys the families. And why this movie has been titled as Dasara, because most of the important events in the movie runs through different Dasaras. So that is why the title Dasara has been given to this particular movie. Action sequences, 2-3 action sequences are there. A couple of them are good. The climax one is simply superb. The first train sequence could have been better, as I already said. Coming to the support cast, Shine Tom Choco has done an exemplary job. Watch out for different shades in his character. The negative shades he has presented in a good way. Good actor, and good role could have been better. He could have been more intimidating, but nonetheless, he is good. So Samudrakani's role has been wasted, I felt. Sai Kumar's too, I felt his role has been shrunk to almost nothing in the first half, but in second half he comes and he has some screen space. Seasoned actors these two are, and good performances by them. Other part of the supporting actors and those who have played friends of Nani have also given good performances, no doubt about that. Overall, Dasara is a movie which explores mainly friendship. There is a love story also in this movie, as I already said. There is regional politics. There are some take-home messages also, and a silent dedication to Silk Smitha in the Silk Bar. And as I said, brilliant cinematography and mind-blowing BGM with wonderful performances makes Dasara, though it's not an extraordinary story with a thin line plot, these components work in the favor of the movie and makes the movie watchable. Definitely, it's a one-time watchable. Give it a try. I loved the movie Dasara mainly because of its presentation and performances and direction by Srikanth Odela for giving us a visual treat in spite of the entire movie being raw and rustic. A very liberal 8.5 out of 10 for Dasara on my scoreboard. Thanks for watching my video. Kindly like, share and subscribe. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with yet another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.